Welcome back. The Police Force Public Relations Officer, Jimoh Moshood, is with me live here in our studios in Abuja. And we've been discussing the costs associated with the deployment of personnel to the Abuja-Kaduna Highway for the 6-week shutdown of the Abuja airport. You can join the conversation by tweeting at CTV Hardcopy or emailing us at hardcopy@channelstv.com. Now, let's talk about the funding for this operation. Many times, I mean, when you talk to state governments, they're always telling you about how the police is deficient. Even the police will sometimes admit that they're deficient. But now we're beginning to hear that they're deploying helicopters. You have police at every 5 kilometers. Where have they gotten the funding for this operation?
Thank you so much. You know, the force has a budget. And the budget is there for
just for this operation?
No. I'm trying to get to your question. The force has a budget. You know, every government organization, especially when it has to do with security, we have a budget. Though it is not substantial enough to take care of our need. But when we have special operations of this nature, we draw in the personnel, we draw in the patrol teams, we draw in the helicopters. We have helicopters in our stock, and these helicopters are meant to prevent crime. They are not for window dressing or probably for them to just be there. And these are the resources that we brought in. It's not that we are just making order for these helicopters there on the ground, but that does not mean the funding of the force is sufficient. It's not sufficient. And the IGP, Ibrahim Buttu Idris, have impressed it on the National Assembly, the Senate Committee on Police Affairs, and equally the Sovereign Police Affairs, to come to our aid, because we are lagging behind in terms of funding. Because proactive policing is huge investment. If we have to engage in proactive policing, which we are doing, and the average Nigerian deserves to be protected across the country. So funding is indeed an issue, but it's not a problem in this specific operation, because there are other intervention avenues that the force can employ to fund this operation. And you know, the federal government of Nigeria fund the Nigerian police force, and across the world, it's not only the government that do the funding of the force, other stakeholders, and that is why it is important that the Senate look at the bill on the police trust fund, which has been before them. So probably when this become into post, and other stakeholders and important personalities, companies and others that have a stake in assisting us to prevent crime, bring
so
the
you're
money,
saying that the budget that the
sufficient.
police made for 2017 was sufficient to take care of whatever cost to be associated with this operation? Is that what you're saying? And there will be no issues such as there was not any fuel to go between kilometers?
Yes, that's
that there will be no issue of police welfare during this?
Yes. Allowances for the personnel being deployed are being paid. And that's to assure every Nigerian that you can't say in 2-3 weeks before the operation, as long, even after the 6 weeks are given, we'll still continue to ensure that there's adequate security on that road.
Which brings me to the next question. What are the long-term plans?
You know, for every institution like the Nigerian Police Force, we have what we have called action plans in place. You have the short-term action plan, the mid-term action plan, and the long-term action plan. So the long-term action plan is for us to ensure that crime is reduced to barest minimum around that area, not on that area, across the country. And these are what we work on, because at the beginning of every year, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Buttu Idris, have called on commands and zonal headquarters equally to come up with their work plan for the year, and to embellish this into the action plan for the year for the force. So, and this is being implemented. The Nigerian Police Force is an organization that go in to plan properly, because if you don't plan, you are bound to fail. So there are action plans in place to ensure that those things that have not gotten to where we want it to get to actually get there. So we want to use this opportunity to assure people that will be flying to Abuja, even outside Nigeria, to know that adequate security from the airport to Abuja and to their various destinations. And you can see where you look at some of your recording from your correspondent, you see police patrol team accompany all the buses, because they are according to the joint ministerial press briefing between the Nigerian Police Force, the Ministry of Information, the Ministry of Aviation, Transport, and equally works. It was impressed on people that the buses are going to be protected, and we are doing that, and we are doing area surveillance equally to ensure that any possibility of people of criminal coming through difficult terrain and nipping the bond and ensure that there's the operation is successful throughout.
It raises the question of vision for the police, for the Nigerian police. I'll give you an instance. Only recently you were able to take out the dreaded kidnapper. I think his name is Henry Chibueze, also known as Vampire, in a gun battle. But it was done with the police special forces led by the IGP Intelligence Response Team. It took the intervention of this team to get a breakthrough. Is this a problem that does the police see that as a problem?
No, we don't see that as a problem because why? At every level, if you go to other countries of the world, you see less because of the circumstance of the country, because you can't police in isolation. You have to ensure that there's equally development in other sectors of the country. Because you go to some streets in some part of this country, we police darkness. So if there are adequate plan, not only by the government, but by the people that we are being policed. That's why we need people to engage. It might even the need to put street light on the street that will enhance effective policing in such a community. And like
the police intelligence team did this without the street lights.
Yes, I'm giving you an example. Like we talk of crime prevention through environmental designs. You discover that police don't have a regulatory body to supervise how people build their houses. So in that operation that you are saying, we employ our technical platform to ensure that we use adequate precision in getting to where Vampire Henry Chibueze was hiding with his gang, and we were able to be precise in engaging them when they assaulted the special forces that were deployed by the Inspector General of Police. So this is a special intervention because we have the state command there. They work in synergy with the state police command to ensure that they are still there to root out all the likes of the Vampire within Imo State and other neighboring states.
So to Nigerians who are now scared, because you like it or yes, kidnapping is now a major issue for a lot of people. What would be your word to them?
Thank you so much. You reported, like I keep on saying, kidnapping is a crime of concern, but it is not rampant. It is because of the way it is being reported. And we equally appreciate the media in drawing the attention of the people to it, because this will enable us to be able to sensitize the people to be security conscious and to prevent all those acts that can expose them to kidnapping. And we go beyond that, and that is why, like I told you, that the Inspector General of Police has directed we should emphasize more on crime prevention. And the Commissioner of Police across the country and the zonal command commanded by the AIG are engaging the public, because firearms don't prevent crime to a large extent. People's consciousness, people's ability to be able to react to early warning signals, because it is important for you to know where help can come from. Where you don't even know where a police station is, you don't even have a police number, you won't be able to assist anybody when in situation of problem. And this is what we are doing. The IGP have directed that we should demystify this notion of people not wanting to come to us, and we are more and more accessible to the people. So outside that, the community, under whosoever the client, the Oba, the Emir, are more and more cooperating with the police force in ensuring that we give them a guide to how the community can be more secure.
Well, Mr. Moshood Jimoh, I have to say thank you for coming on Hard Copy.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you.
Well, that's the program tonight. Let's continue the conversation online. Tweet at CTV Hard Copy or write to hardcopy@channelstv.com. Thank you for watching. I'm Maokbe Ogun. See you next week.